Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to beautiful Rincon, Puerto Rico, part of the PRIBL Baseball Summer Baseball League here live. This is game number 1. Yesterday, if you were with us, we had the draft, and 74 players were drafted in 19 rounds last night with an awesome showcase of skill, talent, fun, excitement. The stadium here in Rincon has played host to many showcases with the PRIBL, and this is just another one, and we're going to start things off. There's 2 games today, a 9 o'clock game with the Pelicanod and the Peregrinos at 9 o'clock. That's going to be the first game starting momentarily. I know it's past 9 o'clock on this beautiful Wednesday in Puerto Rico, and the second game will start approximately around 1 o'clock with the Conquistadores versus the Taínos. And ladies and gentlemen, I just want to read off and with starting by announcing all the rosters for both teams today in the first game of the 9 o'clock game. So this is the Peregrinos. So starting off with their roster, the hitters and the pitchers. Starting with the pitchers, Antonio Rosado, William Figueroa, Luca Morales, Eduardo Vasquez, Malachi Lyon are the pitchers for the Peregrinos. And the hitters and the rest of the lineup and roster is Jose Ruiz, Carlos Rodriguez, Christian Rivera, Luke Seberg, Erickson Matos, Robert Woods, Brian O'Neill, Jonathan Taylor Brooks, Juan Aarons, Elijah Melvin, Manuel Leos, Jonathan Christ, and Griffin White. That is the roster for the Peregrinos. And now for the Pelicanos roster with the pitchers, starting off with Steven Sada, Luis Figueroa, Donald Tober, Antonio Villa, Carter Soliday, Valentin Jaquez, Leonardo Aceves. So the pitching staff of the Pelicanos. Now the rest of the lineup and roster are the hitters, including Tate Riley, Javier Caro, Eden Ortega, Eddie Martinez, Noah Torres Brooks, Francisco A. Gotay Jr., Jasiel Baez, Tanner Rule, Cesar Aguirre, Oscar Sanchez, Truman Moyer, and Roman Broughton. So that's just a little bit of the introduction of the players, the managers of both teams, and the coaching staffs of the Peregrinos. Assistant coach Olin Ortiz, and head coach, the manager of the Peregrinos, Caleb Copeland. And for the Pelicanos, a good friend of mine, I used to coach him when he was a freshman in high school, Yaziel Yo-Yo Nunez, and the manager of the Pelicanos, Francisco Villegas. So that's a little bit about the roster. We'll get to know the players a little bit more as we go through in both the games. There's 2 games today, the 9 o'clock game, which we're going to start around 9:30, and then the 1 o'clock game after we have a siesta and some lunch. We'll play the second game. And there's only 2 games today. So we're live here with Stream Live Tampa. Please like and subscribe the channel. That'd be great. I've got 3 girls and a wife at home in Tampa, so I've got to feed them. So please subscribe and like. Hit that like button. Even if you don't like me or the channel, just like it anyway. So once again, we are live here at the PRIBL Baseball Summer League. This is day 1. This is game number 1. We had the draft yesterday, so thank you for tuning in with us. We just announced the rosters. We haven't yet announced the starting lineups. We'll do that momentarily as we get things started here on day number 1 of this beautiful showcase here in Rincon, Puerto Rico. It's been an awesome opportunity just to meet some of the players, the coaches, the families, find out where some of these players are. It's really cool to see a huge collection of diversity with the different cultures, and just getting to know some of the people behind the scenes. We'll be introducing them and having some interviews with them, but The one of them, I want to make mention of the president of the PRIBL, Carlos Nunez, is a wonderful president of this organization, and just did a really good job of putting this thing together and making sure everybody was comfortable and well fed with breakfast. They even feed the players. It's fantastic. I took a picture of it and sent it to my family, and my wife was like, "Really, French fries already?" And I said, "Yes, French fries and eggs for breakfast with some apples and some beautiful coffee." So the managers have just exchanged lineups, and we're going to get things started momentarily as they do some announcements. But I'm going to be here live. This is Anthony DeSanto with Stream Live Tampa. I'm going to be broadcasting and streaming these games live, all of them. So thank you for tuning in. Please tell others around you that this game is being streamed live, all the games, with Stream Live Tampa. And I'll be back shortly. here we go. We're live. Thank you so much for joining us. That's the first pitch, and it's ground to the third baseman. Shuffles and fires. One pitch and one out. Good job. Now that is economical. So again, we're live here, Stream Live Tampa in Rinco, Puerto Rico. This is game number 1, day number 1 of the PRIBL baseball in Rinco, Puerto Rico. This is the Summer Baseball Showcase League, game number 1. We had the draft yesterday, so thank you for sticking with us and joining us. It's actually 9:30 right now, so first pitch was 9:29 in the beautiful morning here in Puerto Rico. So we have the Peregrinos and the Pelicanos live here. Game number 1. There's 2 games today. The 9 o'clock game, which started at, we'll just call it the 9:30 game, and the second game with the Conquistadors and the Taínos. This is game number 1. Thank you so much for joining us. We're getting things started here. We're settling in. This is our first game and our first broadcast. We're going to announce the starting lineups as we introduce the rosters earlier. So the home team, Pelicanos, are out on the field in their orange and green, look like the Miami Hurricanes jerseys. And the Peregrinos in the orange and navy look like the Virginia Cavaliers uniforms. That ball's hammered into left field. Going back on it, left fielder turns around again, and makes a catch. That ball was hit really well. Good job of hitting right there. 2 outs, though, nonetheless. Good job of hitting. That was Jonathan Taylor Brooks, the first baseman for the Peregrinos, and the third batter, the designated hitter, number 7, Brian O'Neill, steps in for the Peregrinos. Failed to mention and introduce number 1, center fielder John Christ, the leadoff hitter for the Peregrinos. Good pitch right there. Strike number 1. Fastball hits the corner. So this is the top of the first inning of the first game between the Peregrinos and the Pelicanos. Peregrinos are the away team and the Pelicanos are the home team. Starting pitcher kicks, fires, and that ball's hit to the second baseman. Shuttles over there and tosses him out. So that does it for the top of the first inning. Very good job of economics with his pitch count. So that was the Peregrinos going down 1-2-3. Christ, Brooks, and O'Neill going down 1-2-3. Thank you for joining us. This is Stream Live Tampa, doing this game live. I'm Anthony DeSanto. I'm going to be the voice of choice here in Rincon, Puerto Rico. If you want to mute me, you can. We have some more feeds coming. We've got a total of 4 cameras that will be placed momentarily. We got a late start in this morning, so thank you for bearing with us. There's going to be a bunch of different camera feeds set up, and we'll be ready to go for the rest of these games. We're going to be doing every game, and they'll be all live streamed with Stream Live Tampa. Please like and subscribe the YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us. That was the top of the first inning in order, and we'll talk about the Pelicanos coming up. So please stay tuned. The whole time we'll be giving you live updates with what's going on. We'll try to keep statistics and stats and tell you about the scores once they come in from each of the games, as we keep track of the statistics as well. We'll do our best to bring you all the games in live action. And also, you can always comment and ask for people you might want to have interviewed. We're in the press box here, and it's really cool to interact with these players and coaches and the fans that are here. And if you're watching and listening wherever you are. Please tell us where you're listening from. This is a Florida broadcast that we do local Hillsborough County games, high school games around the area in Tampa, Florida, and we're here in Puerto Rico. Rinco in Puerto Rico playing host to the PRIBL Summer Baseball League. And this is day number 1, game number 1, the Pelicanos and the Peregrinos. So thank you so much for joining us. Yep, beautiful field here and just a great weather day. I know it's a little warm, but it's still beautiful because we're playing baseball here live. So we're going to get things in the bottom of the first inning. 1, 2, 3 in the top of the first inning went the Peregrinos. Now the Pelicanos are stepping in. That ball's hammered foul. First pitch swinging. Saw something he liked and went after it. Good job of ambushing that. Roman Broughton, the center fielder and leadoff hitter for the Pelicanos. Just missed with the fastball. Good pitch. 1-1 now. Shuffles in and settles in. Here's the 1-1 from the left-hander. Steps off. Sails wide. 2 balls, 1 strike. To the leadoff hitter, Broughton. Roman's 18 years old. And the leadoff hitter. Pops that one up in the infield. It's going foul. The first baseman circles under it, settles under it, and the sun got to him, and it landed foul. It's a foul ball, 2-2. So new life for Roman. And so it begins. Lots going on here. Seeing all the new faces and different people at the PRIBL Summer Baseball League has to offer. And here's the 2-2 offering, and that is just inside, Looked good, but Broughton took it for a ball. So full count. Here's the pitch, and that skips in for a ball. Leadoff hitter is aboard. So there's a walk to Roman Broughton. In steps the right fielder for the Pelicanos. Cesar Aguirre. So the left-hander misses again. Peregrinos starting pitcher now has a runner on first base, Roman Broughton. Right fielder Aguirre takes that one low as well. So digging himself into a little bit of a hole. Tries the pickoff. Number 25, left-handed pitcher for the Peregrinos. within 2-0. William Figueroa throws, and good job of hitting and running. That's a base hit. Goes into right center. First and third, all set up. And, we got a guy, runner hung up in between first and second. They throw, mental mistake right there. They had the runner hung up. Aguirre, good job of hitting that ball to the right side. Now there's runners on second and third with nobody out. William Figueroa has to deal with now the 3-hitter, Martinez. For the Pelicanos, now they're all set up. Eddie Martinez, the 3-hitter. Settles in. Second and third are the runners. The corners come in. Middle's halfway. Figueroa comes set with runners on second and third. Nobody out. Here's the pitch. Stays inside. Good job by the catcher to keep that in front of him. Juan Aarons. So center fielder Christ in center. Brooks at first. O'Neill the DH. We saw all three of those go down in order. There's a good pitch right there by Figueroa. Broughton on third. Aguirre on second base. He got the base hit after Broughton walked. Now there's second and third. Nobody out. Corners are in. Middle halfway. Off speed stays high. So Figueroa is searching a little bit. Take your time, young man. Deep breath. Don't let anything get to you. Let's see what William Figueroa comes up with. Here's the pitch. Not finishing his delivery. So once again, thank you for tuning in and watching along with us and following the action wherever you are. This is the Pelicanos and the Peregrinos. Pelicanos are set up with second and third. Nobody out. Martinez, the shortstop, watches that one for ball four. Bases are now loaded. Gotay coming to bat, the third baseman for the Pelicanos. Timeout is taken. Francisco Gotay. Dorian Gotay, possible relation, is watching along. Thank you for your support. Wherever you are, thank you for watching. Kiki, hashtag Team Pelicanos. Thank you for following along with us. Bases are loaded. This is the situation. Oh. Okay. Now number 7 is stepping in. I think that's right. 7. Gotay. He knew exactly what he was doing. That's a wood bat he's swinging. Yes, Florida, baby. That's what I'm talking about. We're Tampa, representing Hillsborough County. I love it. The Sunshine State in Puerto Rico. Coming to you live. Bases are loaded. Full of Pelicanos. The pitch. Fouls it off. That's a foul ball. I like the aggressive nature by Mr. Gotai. Watching from Texas. All right. Welcome. I love the interaction. It's really cool to see everyone come together. This is the first inning of the first game of the showcase. Here's the pitch. Wow. Got him looking off speed. Yeah. Wasn't expecting that, but he struck out looking. So there's one out. Bases are still loaded. Pelicanos looking for that first run to break this game open. Bases are loaded. Donald Tobert, the designated hitter, batting fifth for the Pelicanos. I love it. Here comes Figueroa with the pitch. He just struck out Gotai. This is Donald Tober. Bases are loaded, one out. Here's the pitch from Figueroa. Swing and a miss. Good pitch by Figueroa. Let's see if he starts getting into his groove here. He walked Broughton. He's on third. Gave up a base hit to Cesar Aguirre. And then walked Martinez. Just missed inside, did Figueroa. Good pitch. 1-2. This is Donald Tober, the designated hitter, and batting fifth for the Pelicanos. Bases are loaded. There's one out. Corners are still in. Swing and a miss. Evens the count 2-2. So finding himself a little bit is Figueroa, with the bases loaded in the bottom of the first inning. Dimensions are pretty standard. Corners 330, down the lines 400 to dead center. And that does it. Strike three, good job. Good pitch to take control of that at bat. Tober goes down swinging. There's two outs. William Figueroa with his second consecutive strikeout. And now stepping in, the catcher for the Pelicanos, Baez. Batting sixth is the catcher, Jaziel Baez, for the Pelicanos. We're live here at Fernando Nando San Bernardino Stadium, playing host here at Rincon, in Rincon, Puerto Rico. This is my first time in Puerto Rico. I've got to say, so far, so good. In the bottom of the first inning, bases loaded, swing and a miss by Baez. William Figueroa, the left-hander for the Peregrinos, who loaded the bases, maybe on purpose, to strike everybody out. Let's see if he can get three in a row here. Oh, wild swing by Baez. Shorten up, young man. That's not the wild swing you want. All the pressure is on Figueroa, but Baez has an 0-2 count as he stands in open stance, wiggles the bat. Figueroa gets the sign, comes set. Here's the 0-2. Just got a piece of that one, fouled it back a little late, but he shortened up his swing, did Baez. Good job on the heater. Nebraska, wow. Proud uncle, Benjamin Anderson. Thanks for tuning in. I love it. Maryland, yes. Keep them coming. Bases loaded. Still two outs. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. That's strike three. Catcher gets it. Throws to first. He is safe. One run comes in. Wow. So Figueroa struck out Baez, but Broughton comes in with the first run of the game. Pelicanos score first on the strikeout. That's going to be a wild pitch. Strikeout. The catcher, Juan Aherns, picked it up and threw just a bit late. And Baez arrived safely. Catcher speed right there, but beats it out. He struck out swinging, but gets to first. The bases are loaded again. One run is in for the Pelicanos. Bases are loaded. Here's the pitch by Figueroa, and that's fouled away. Good job of getting ahead Figueroa. So the left fielder now, Truman Moyer, is up. Moyer batting from the right side against the left-hander Figueroa. Swing and a miss, comes up empty. Big swing and a miss. So once he settled down, Figueroa did settle things down after he loaded the bases with a walk, a hit, another walk. He settled things down with back-to-back strikeouts, and then he struck out catcher Baez, but reached on the wild pitch strikeout, and that's fouled away. Good job of hanging in there. It's 1-0 Pelicanos in the bottom of the first inning. 1-0 Pelicanos. Bases are loaded. There's 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning. This is Moyer, the left fielder for the Pelicanos, batting 7th for the Pelicanos with the bases loaded. Figueroa comes set 0-2. Here's the pitch. Just outside with the off-speed. Good off-speed pitch. Doesn't bite. Does Moyer of the Pelicanos. Pelicanos up in the bottom of the first inning, 1-0. Top of the first inning. Live here in Rincon, Puerto Rico. That ball's into right field. The right fielder settles under it and makes the catch, and that does it. So 2 strikeouts for Figueroa. 1 run does come across, so it's 1-0 Pelicanos, and that does it for them. Moyer, the left fielder, just flied out to the right fielder. Good job by the right fielder to catch that baseball. So once again, we're here live with Stream Live Tampa. It's 1-0 after 1 full inning. The Peregrinos are coming to bat. All right, we're live back here with Stream Live Tampa. Thanks for tuning in. It's the top of the second inning, 1-0 Pelicanos. So back on the mound is Aceves. Leonardo Aceves, the starting pitcher for the Pelicanos. For the Peregrinos, they went down in order. John Christ went down. Brooks went down. O'Neill went down. And this is Luca Morales, the left fielder, takes that one. So we're live in Rincon, Puerto Rico. Thanks for tuning in, watching. Oh, Sebastian, Florida, another Sunshine State representative. I love it. We are from Tampa, but we're in Puerto Rico today, and we will be broadcasting every game live with Stream Live Tampa. Unfortunately, you have to listen to me and listen to my broadcast as that sails high and stays high. 3-0 to Luca Morales. The Pelicanos are the home team. The Peregrinos are the away team, and they're batting here in the top of the second inning. And that's 4 straight for Morales walking, the left fielder for the Peregrinos. That's what you don't want to do if you're Aceves, the starting pitcher for the Pelicanos. Your team scores one, and then you just walk the leadoff hitter in Morales. Rivera now stepping in for the Peregrinos. Number 42, Christian Rivera, the second baseman with a wide open stance. Takes low, 1-0. So Morales walked on 4 straight pitches, and that's 5 straight balls by Aceves, the starting pitcher. Did a great job of getting, there's a ball to the backstop, and scampering to second base on the pass ball wild pitch is Morales. So now Rivera stepping in here with a 2-0 count. Hitters count, this is the one you want. As hitters, you want to find good counts to swing in and hit in and be comfortable in. And 2-0 is exactly that, with a runner in scoring position. So the runner on second base now. Morales takes his lead. There's a bunt, and that one is a pass ball as well. So now we got, without any bunting or any hit and running, there's a runner on third base. So with a runner on third base, a 3-0 count, in danger of walking 2 straight. That's 7 straight balls. Christian Rivera. Good pitch, but he was right on it and fouled it straight back. Did Rivera. So he was right on that one. Still in the driver's seat is Rivera with a 3-1 count. Runner on third base. Just put it in play, young man. Get this game tied back up. The Pelicanos scored 1 run on a strikeout. The batter Baez struck out swinging, but the ball got past the catcher with the bases loaded, scoring 1 run on the strikeout pass ball. Ball is fouled back again, so now it's full count. So good job by Aceves to settle back in after a little bit of wildness all over the place to start the second inning. He did a great job in the top of the first inning of setting down the Peregrinos in order. 1, 2, 3. A little different start in the top of the second inning with a runner on third base now. Here is the pitch from Aceves. Long look in. Oh, swing and fouled back into the catcher's. Oh, he throws to first for some reason. All right, so runner on third base still. 1 out on the strikeout. Good job by Aceves to strike out Rivera. Now the shortstop, Erickson Matos, steps in batting 7th for the Peregrinos. Erickson Matos, the shortstop. Aceves comes set with the runner on third base. Here's the pitch. Gets by again. Oh, he's coming home. So having a tough time back there. So now we're tied up 1-1 in the top of the second inning. Rough start for the catcher there. Having a little bit of a issue. So we're tied, and a meeting of the minds. The head coach for the Pelicanos, Francisco Villegas, comes in to talk to his pitcher, Aceves. So Baez and Aceves had a tough at bat there, letting some balls go by, a little bit of wildness. He's got to do a better job of controlling, especially with runners on base. So now there's nobody on base after the run scores. And Erickson hits that to the third baseman. Lays it on the side, plays it to the side, and boots it, does the third baseman. He got over there, but couldn't square it up. He got his glove there, but kicked off the heel of the glove. So with a runner on first base now, Aceves for the Pelicanos has to deal with Aarons, the catcher for the Peregrinos. Pickoff attempt is high, but good job by the first baseman to catch that one. Torres is the first baseman for the Pelicanos. Juan Aarons, the catcher for the Peregrinos. And there goes the runner, but fouled it straight back. Erickson Matos was on the move, but goes back to first base on the foul ball. Top of the second inning, we're back squared at 1 apiece. Aceves walked the first batter he faced in the inning, and walks will come back to hurt you after a couple pass balls and wild pitches. The runner scored, so we're tied at 1-1. Luca Morales led off with a walk and advanced on some wildness by Aceves. And Baez, the catcher, couldn't keep it in front, so run scores. Now there's a runner on first base. Good pitch right there. 0-2 to the catcher, Aarons, for the Peregrinos. Matos is the runner on first base. Gotay, the third baseman, couldn't keep it in front. He kept it in front, but it clinged off the heel of his glove. And that's how Erickson, with his good speed, Erickson Matos got to first on that one. If he fielded it cleanly, it would had to take a good throw by the third baseman, Gotay, anyway, but he's on first. And the stolen base. He wanted it. Erickson Matos got to second base. He wanted to steal that base, and he did, ultimately. Nothing he could do, the catcher Aarons could do there. So there's a runner on second base in scoring position again with 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Aceves. That sails in. Check that. There is one out. There is one out. So in the top of the second inning with a runner on. There's a baseball on the field. Where'd that come from? We're live here in Rinco, Puerto Rico. This is the first day of the showcase, the PRIBL Summer Baseball League. All these games are going to be live here in Rinco, Puerto Rico and Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. This is day number one. There's two games today. There goes Erickson trying to steal third and will as that ball gets by the catcher. Again, having some trouble handling Aceves. All right, so we're watching the first game unfold with a runner on third base in the top of the second inning. Peregrinos went down 1-2-3 in the first inning by Aceves and having a little trouble in the second inning. And the Peregrinos are taking advantage with one out. There's a runner on third base, Erickson Matos. And that's ball four to the catcher for the Peregrinos, Juan Aarons. So now there's a runner on first and third, and things are going to get interesting with one out. Number two, the third baseman for the Peregrinos, Carlos Rodriguez, steps in. Rodriguez is the eighth batter in the lineup for the Peregrinos. It all started with Luca Morales walking and scoring. So we're going to have a pinch runner now for the Peregrinos. So with runners on first and third, Aceves has to deal with the eighth hitter in the lineup, and that's fouled back. So here's the pitch now. With runners on first and third, no movement from the runners. That's swung back and fouled back to the screen over here and finds the seats. Carlos Rodriguez. Batting from the right side is pretty much on the dish. Stands over the plate. There goes the runner from first. That's fouled back. So as we mentioned, number 13 is the runner on first base. That's Robert Woods for the Peregrinos. Woods, the runner for the catcher. Juan Aarons, who walked. And now Rodriguez, the batter with first and third, skips in. It's been a long inning for Aceves. Hope they're taking track of the pitches that these young guys throw. Have to be careful with these arms. This is day number one, game number one of the Summer League here in Rincon, Puerto Rico. Ball's hammered into left field. left center field. The center fielder and left fielder come together. The left fielder catches and throws the plate. Runner's tagging up, and he's going to score. He's safe with a good slide, and the runner from first tagged up. It did Woods. So good job of base running. Matos scores, and it's now 2-1 for the Peregrinos. Peregrinos now have the lead in the top of the second inning. So there's 2 outs now, 2 outs. Two outs. Runner Woods is on second base. He tagged up on the catch by the left fielder. Good job by the left fielder Moyer to catch that one and through to the plate, but not in time to catch the speedy Erickson Matos of the Peregrinos. Oh, that's a pass ball. Aceves is trying his best to get out of this inning with the 2 runs and only 2 runs. The runner Woods on third base talks to his third base coach and the manager of the Peregrinos, Caleb Copeland. Stays inside with the heater. 2-0. Batting from the left side is Eli Melvin. And he's also the left fielder, number 17, Eli Melvin. With the runner on third base, 2 outs. Let's see what he can do against Aceves or the Pelicanos. That's inside, and the runner is going to come home, Woods, and score the 3rd run. The 3rd run is going to score in this inning for the Peregrinos. They got down early and come back in the top of the second inning, with 3 runs, albeit on the wildness of the Pelicanos defense. So there's a walk. Still 2 outs. So Melvin walks and is now on first base. Number 27, the next hitter, Manuel Leos, steps in with a runner on first base. Manuel Leos. Aceves checks on the runner at first. Gets back in time. Just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, this is a all wood bat showcase, so all the batters, all the hitters are swinging with wood here in this showcase. Every game, and there goes the runner. That's high. Gets back to the catcher, so the stolen base by Eli Melvin. Good speed by Melvin to get to second after he walked. Now Manuel Leos, the batter. On deck is John Christ. So a little frustration by the pitcher, Aceves, and understandable. He's having to find himself here. Take your time. Here's the pitch. There you go. Ground ball to the shortstop. Oh, tough bounce. Great job by the shortstop. And he gets him. Good job by the shortstop. Martinez going to his left to throw out the speedy Leos. Good job by the shortstop to get the 3rd out. So the shortstop, Martinez, gets his team back in the dugout. So that does it for the top of the second inning. Peregrinos scored 3 runs in that top of the second inning as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Once again, this is Stream Live Tampa. Please like, subscribe, share it. This is the page. We're going to be broadcasting all of these games live, and we're going to go to break now, so get some refreshments. I am thirsty, so if you want to get me some Gatorade and send it to me here in the press box, that would be great. But we're going to go to break. Okay, we're back here live. Oh, I love the comments. And yes, pina coladas for me. I love it. That's funny. Thank you so much for thinking of me. So we're live here, Stream Live Tampa, bringing the broadcast. The bottom of the second inning, Figueroa kicks, fires, and gets the call. Good job on the fastball. Picks up the corner. William Figueroa, the left-hander, on the mound again. Did a good job of limiting the damage as he walked a couple batters, and that ball's hit the third baseman right at him. Shuffles and throws a strike to first base to get one out on one pitch, as he couldn't even say his name. But good job of Figueroa to get the first out. Hopefully he gets a quick inning, gets his team back if they scored 3 runs. So it's 3-1. These are timed games. Yes, thank you for asking the question. Please ask any questions you might have. I'll try to do my best to answer all of them. I'm sorry if I don't. But yes, these are 7-inning games and 2.5-hour time limit games. So there's a strike. Good job by Figueroa to get the called strike. Pelicano's batting. And another strike. Good job. So the Pelicanos jumped out to an early lead, and now they find themselves down by 2. 1 out in the bottom of the second inning. Swing and a miss. Gets by the catcher, and he's going to get to first base. Did good hustle by Javier Caro. Caro, the second baseman for the Pelicanos, gets to first base after Torres grounded out to third base. So 1 out, runner on first base. Brings up Broughton, the leadoff hitter, top of the order. So good job by Caro, the 9th place hitter, to turn the lineup over. With runner on first base now, 1 out. The leadoff hitter, center fielder for the Pelicanos, Roman Broughton, is up. Oh. Good pitch by Figueroa right there. Working ahead to the leadoff hitter, Broughton. So 1 out, runner on first base. Let's see what the Pelicanos can do. Pelicanos got to a 1-0 lead. And then gave up 3. And now they're batting here. In the bottom of the second inning, live here in Puerto Rico. Runner on first base. The left-hander checks on the runner, Caro, as he gets back to first base. No problem. So now we have a couple different cameras. Okay, we're going to keep adding cameras, so don't you worry. We've got a couple cameras. We're going to be doing this for every game. So we're just getting our feet wet again to get everything settled and set for you guys to have the best viewing experience, to watch your athletes play the great game of baseball on this beautiful day here in Rinco, Puerto Rico. So Figueroa comes set again and checks on the runner again. This is not the major leagues where you get 2 disengagement step-offs. So Figueroa watching out for the speed of Caro. Caro, the runner on first base, he struck out. And there's a strike, and Caro does take off and slides in on the stolen base for Caro. Good job of base running by Caro to take the base. Javier Caro for the Pelicanos steals second base. And everybody is okay. Shaken but not stirred. Everybody's good. A close-up of number 7. Can we get Mr. O'Neill? Oh, it's fouled back. Good job of staying on that one. He was right on it, but fouled it back. Did Roman Broughton. Just missed low. So runner on second base, Caro. Don't you worry, everyone will be highlighted in their own way. This is an awesome opportunity for these baseball players to showcase their talents and abilities through the PRIBL. This is a great summer showcase league. Tons of games, tons of at-bats. Everyone's going to get their fair share of ups and downs, see the good with the bad, take it, and learn from it. This is a great opportunity for them to play. Figueroa comes set. The pitcher fires. Good pitch. Doesn't get the call. First and second now. So Broughton walks. Caro stole. He struck out, but reached anyway. But got to second base on the steal. So first and second. Calls time. Does Aguirre. The Pelicanos are set up here first and second with their two-hitter, Cesar Aguirre. Thank you for helping me stay refreshed. That ball is skyrocketed straight up in the air. First baseman settles under it. Infield fly was called even if he dropped it. So the batter is out. Big out to get Cesar Aguirre for the Pelicanos. So big out right there. First and second in steps. Martinez, the shortstop. Martinez made a great play moving to his left to get the third out, to get his team back in the dugout to score some runs. And the Pelicanos are set up here first and second with the three-hitter Martinez up. The Pelicanos are the home team and looking to score. Swing and a miss, comes up empty on the fastball from Figueroa. So with one out, runners on first and second, the three-hitter Martinez takes ball 1-1. So with this pitch, they're expecting some contact here with the three-hitter Martinez, 1-1. He's looking to come out of his shoes here, to come unglued. He was so excited. He called his team together after he made that play, and let's see what he does here with the bat. Swings and misses at the off speed from Figueroa. So he got fooled badly on that pitch. As I said, he was going to come out of his shoes, and he did. And came up empty. A little bit of a wild swing by Martinez. So he's going to have to shorten up here now with two strikes. A runner in scoring position at second base and also at first base are the runners. One out. Figueroa comes set. Here's the pitch. Comes up empty, swing and a miss. And that's the third out. Sorry, my fault. That does it for the inning for the Pelicanos. The Peregrinos coming to bat with the lead. A good job by Figueroa to take care of the Pelicanos after his team scored 3 runs. So that does it for 2 full innings. We're going to the third inning. We'll be back shortly. All right, we're back here live with Stream Live Tampa. We have a pitching change. New pitcher on the mound. Tanner Rule, number 11, is on the mound. So good job of the 2 innings of Aceves, and now Rule takes over. The right-hander, Rule. For the Pelicanos. Taken inside and high to the leadoff hitter, center fielder for the Peregrinos, John Christ. So it's the top of the 3rd inning. Oh, got the call. So 1-1 now. Here's the pitch from Rule. There's the windup. Taken inside, 2-1. The leadoff hitter, John Christ, the center fielder for the Peregrinos. Thank you so much for tuning with us and being with us on day 1. This is game number 1, first game of the Showcase Tournament, League Play. And there is a walk to the leadoff hitter, John Christ. You don't want to do that. The Peregrinos leadoff hitter just walked. So let's see what the Peregrinos do now in the top of the 3rd inning. After scoring 3 runs, the Peregrinos are going to look to tack on some more. New pitcher on the mound, number 11, Tanner Rule, for the Pelicanos. Aceves is done. Finished 2 innings of work. The first inning was spectacular. The second one was a little wild. So no throw on the stolen base, as we mentioned. John Christ can run really well, and he just stole without a throw second base. So if that keeps up, he's going to be finding his way back in the dugout after scoring a run, after stealing and swiping third base. So the batter, Brooks, fouls that one back to the right side. Brooks batting as the first baseman for the Peregrinos. Batting, as we mentioned, everybody is going to be swinging a wood bat in this League Play Showcase. In the PRIBL, Brooks has a rather unique color bat, pink and blue. Very nice. Oh, good pitch. Taken for a strike, as we mentioned again. There he goes. John Christ steals third. So he is a running machine. He got on with a walk. He stole second, and then 2 pitches later, he stole third. So let's see how he scores and if he scores, if Brooks can get him in. Taken high by Jonathan Taylor Brooks, number 66. Appreciate all the comments, everybody out there tuning in. Say hi. As that ball's fouled straight back by Brooks. As we mentioned earlier, the president of the PRIBL, Carlos Nunez, and his staff did a great job of putting on the draft yesterday. Very professionally put together draft, as each player was announced yesterday to get ready for today and the rest of the gameplay, the rest of this week. Here's the pitch by Rule. That gets the backstop and kicks back to the pitcher, actually Rule, as it got by the catcher. A concrete backstop. So Chris could not score, although he tried. You know it, he wanted to, but he didn't. So we got a runner on third base. Nobody out. The second hitter for the Peregrinos swings and misses. Comes up empty. Big strikeout by Rule. So climbed the ladder and got Brooks to swing and a miss to get the first out in the top of the third inning. With one out, runner on third base, in steps the dangerous number 7. So Rule fires the first one away. O'Neill takes it. He's a big dude batting from the left side. Ball's hammered over the head of the second baseman into right field for a base hit, an RBI for O'Neill. Brian O'Neill comes up clutch with a RBI base hit with one out. So after John Christ walked, stole second, stole third, comes home on the base hit by O'Neill, RBI by O'Neill. And Luca Morales now stepping in for the Peregrinos. So now with 4 runs, gets the call. Strike 1. So Rule did a good job of striking out Brooks. Gave up the base hit RBI to O'Neill. Now Morales bats, the 4-hitter, the left fielder for the Peregrinos, batting from the right side. Takes that one in. Good pitch by Rule. Tanner Rule settling in and working ahead of Morales. O'Neill, the runner on first with the base hit, RBI hit. Good job of staying inside that one and hitting it foul to stay alive in the count. Still 0-2 to Morales. Morales bats with one out and a runner on first. The score is 4-1. Good pitch by Rule. Gets inside on the hands of Morales again. Following that one back just enough. Good pitch by Rule. So as you can see, the field is pretty standard. 330 feet down the lines. Each line is 330. To center field, it's 400. Big power alleys. That ball gets by the catcher. Gets right to him, and he throws, can't get the out there, and that kicks away to the outfield. The good backup by the infielders. So Martinez, the backup, trying to keep that ball in front of him, as he did. Kept it in the infield for the most part. But the stolen base by O'Neill. Runner on second base in scoring position for the Peregrinos. Just missed did Rule with that pitch. Two and two. One out. Runner on second base. Oh, another good pitch by Rule as he stays inside. But Morales fights it off, keeps this at bat at live. Looming on deck, Christian Rivera for the Peregrinos. Oh, yeah. Locks him up. Good pitch by Rule to strike out looking. Morales goes down looking, so that's the second out. 2 outs now. In steps number 42 for the Peregrinos, Christian Rivera, the second baseman. Bats with an open stance. Runner on second base is Bryant O'Neill. Gets to the backstop, and there goes O'Neill to third base. So to lead off the inning, John Christ, the center fielder for the Peregrinos, walked, stole second, stole third, and then scored on the base hit RBI by Brian O'Neill for the Peregrinos, and he's now on third base with 2 outs as Christian Rivera takes his at-bat. Ahead in the count, 1 ball, no strikes. Swings and misses at the inside fastball. Comes up empty. This is the pitcher for the new pitcher in the game for the third inning for the Pelicanos. Number 11, Tanner Rule. With a runner on third base, 2 outs. Let's see what he can do to get out of this. Just stays inside with the slider. Sweeper. One run has already come across with a runner on third base, but there's 2 outs. Rivera, the batter. Cues that one foul. Out of play. So 2-2 is the count. Yeah, he got him. Looking. Good job. That's 3 outs. That does it for the Pelicanos. Pelicanos are done, but they do score. The Peregrinos are done, but they do score 1 run to bring the score to 4-1. That does it for them in the top of the third inning. The Pelicanos coming to bat in the bottom of the third inning. We're going to come back here live, stream live Tampa. Thanks for being with us. right, we're back here live. Bottom of the third inning. Thank you for tuning with us. Peregrinos 4 and the Pelicanos 1. Pelicanos are the home team. Ball's popped up in the infield. The shortstop settles under it as it comes down. That took a while to come down. The shortstop did a good job, Erickson Matos, of catching that when that came down. So here he is now, ladies and gentlemen. Stays low. For the Pelicanos, the home team, everyone's favorite, third baseman, Mr. Gotai. Batting with nobody on and one out. Takes that one from the left-hander. Good job by Figueroa to get the first out. Now deals with the four-hitter for the Pelicanos, Gotai. Martinez popped out. See what Gotai can do as he hits that one to short right field. Right fielder settles under it and makes the play. Good job to retire Gotai. So Figueroa is moving along nicely to get the pop out from Martinez and then get the fly out from Gotai. 2 outs now for the Pelicanos. They got to come up with something to get back in this game after surrendering 3 runs. And then they scored another run last inning, down by 3 now. It's 4-1 in the bottom of the third inning. This game is 7 innings or a 2.5-hour time limit. So Tober fouls that one back. Tober taking his swings for his Pelicanos. Takes that one outside, does Tober. Here's the pitch from Figueroa. Just missed. Just missed. 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the third inning, there's 2 outs, 2 quick outs. A pop out from Martinez, a fly out from Gotai, and now Tobar bats. Donald Tobar takes that one down the middle for strike 3. Good job by Figueroa to carve up the Pelicanos in the bottom of the third inning. That does it for 3 full innings of play here. Once again, this is an either 7-inning game or it's a 2.5-hour time limit. And we'll keep you posted with the times as this game started at around 9. It started, first pitch was 9:29. If you want to round up to 9:30, go for it. I'm not going to say yes or no, but either way, this game started a little late at 9:30. And that does it for the third inning full. 3 innings are done. Going into the 4th inning, thank you so much for being with us. Stream Live Tampa is bringing all of these games that are a part of the PRIBL, the summer Baseball League. All the games will be live streamed here. We'll have cameras mounted everywhere. Just want to give a big shout out to the president and CEO, founder, man, the myth, the legend, Carlos Nunez, and his staff of the PRIBL. Down to the vice president of business operations, Mr. Jose Kruger, and director of baseball operations and player personnel, Mr. Juan Berger. And everybody else behind the scenes doing the stats and the website, from taking pictures and doing all the video analysis and player profiles. That the website will be updated, so you'll be able to follow your player and favorite team as you follow all 4 of these teams as they stadium here in Rinco, Puerto Rico, plays host to the summer showcase. This is a wooden bat showcase league. All games are, the wooden bat is used in all of these games. Every at-bat is taken with the wood bat. So stay tuned to everything. We have a new pitcher, and we'll learn about him momentarily. Not my fault. It's still Mr. Rule. Tanner Rule still on the mound. For the Pelicanos. Top of the 4th inning. Peregrinos are batting. Erickson Matos, the shortstop. Number 32 for the Peregrinos steps in to lead off the top of the 4th inning. He is right on the dish. He is right on the plate as he takes that pitch inside from Rule, swing and a miss. Good pitch inside. Call the ball, 1-1. So once again, we're live here at Stream Live Tampa, playing host to the, Rinco and Puerto Rico, playing host to the tournament here. This is day number 1, game number 1, the first game of the PRIBL Baseball Wooden Bat Showcase. Thank you for tuning in with us, following along wherever you are. I know a lot of people have checked in from all areas of the country and all over the world. Thank you so much for being with us. This is a great showcase opportunity for all the players to showcase their skills, meet some new people, and introduce themselves to a fun opportunity here in Puerto Rico. This is my first time in Puerto Rico, and actually this is my second day in Puerto Rico. Yesterday I arrived from Tampa, 3-hour flight, and here I am. That's a strike 3. Good job, good pitching by Rule. Off speed hits the corner, and the dangerous hitter Matos is retired. So that's 1 out. Erickson Matos strikes out. Matos scored earlier, but strikes out right here. Stays outside. I'm actually coming back to Puerto Rico on a cruise during the summer. I'm taking with my wife, and we're going to be going to San Juan, the port there. So I'll be back in Puerto Rico for leisure. This is on business, but also pleasure. Definitely a cool opportunity. I'm really excited to be here with you. Give you this broadcast. Good pitch right there. So Rule is working fast after he got the speedy Matos to strike out. Now deals with Juan Aarons. Aarons, the catcher for the Peregrinos. Nubbed to the pitcher. Rule picks it up and throws a strike to get out Aarons. Aarons is retired now, 2 outs. Good job working quick. That's what they need. So the Peregrinos now have 2 outs. Pelicanos, led by Tanner Rule, is doing a good job of working in this 4th inning. Top of the 4th inning with 2 outs. Carlos Rodriguez takes a ball, stays outside with the fastball. Rodriguez batting from the right side against the right-hander Rule. Has a 1-0 count. Let's see what he does with it. Grounded to the third baseman, cuts it off. Good play by the third baseman and throws him out. Good job by Gotai, the third baseman, to get the 3rd out. So that does it for the Peregrinos. And retired is Rodriguez, Aarons, and Matos in order by Tanner Rule in the top of the 4th inning. And that does it here. We'll come back. We'll take a timeout. So have a pina colada on me. All right, we're back. Thank you so much for joining us and being with us together. Like we said, a good opportunity for these players to showcase their skills and abilities in this Wooden Bat Showcase that the PRIBL puts on every year. This is my first year being a part of it, and I would like to say thank you for letting me be here. Bottom of the 4th inning. Nobody out. Swing and a miss, comes up empty. Baez the catcher for the Pelicanos is leading things off. Swing and a miss. Good job by the pitcher, Figueroa, to take care of the first batter, Baez. The catcher goes down for the Pelicanos. Figueroa makes quick work of him. Another strikeout to his ledger. In steps Moyer, the left fielder, outfielder. That's popped up in the infield. Second baseman settles under it and gets the out right there. So Moyer is retired. Rivera did a good job of shielding the sun. This is a bright sun, I might add. So Christian Rivera, the second baseman for the Peregrinos, gets that out as it finally came down in the beautiful sky of Rinco, Puerto Rico. Right now there is 2 outs. Good pitch. Torres, the first baseman for the Pelicanos, bats. Noah Torres Brooks, the first baseman, batting 8th for the Pelicanos. So Figueroa made quick work of the first 2 batters, Baez and Moyer. Now deals with Torres. Two and 0 hitters count for Torres. My fault. That's a walk now to Torres. Got to do a better job of keeping track of balls and strikes. It's all right. Runner on first base is Torres. Now Caro, the batter, the 9th place hitter for the Pelicanos. Bats with 2 outs and a runner on first base. Left-hander Figueroa comes set, looks at the runner at first, and comes to the plate, leaves it high for a ball. The second baseman for the Pelicanos, Caro, is up. Just a reminder, all these rosters and schedules and scores and all the stats as they come available will be on the website and will be posted on their social media. So please follow the PRIBL for the 2024 Wood Bat Showcase. And Figueroa picked off the runner and goes to first and gets the tag out. And there, that does it for the bottom of the 4th inning. So good job of Figueroa to pick off the runner. And in the rundown, gets the 3rd out. So good job by Matos, Erickson Matos, the shortstop, to tag out the runner. Torres is picked off, and the tag was made by Matos. That does it for the Pelicanos in their half inning. We'll see the Peregrinos coming to bat when we come back. Thank you for tuning in with us, and we'll see you back momentarily. right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here live, Stream Live Tampa. Pelicanos and Peregrinos in the first game. Home team Pelicanos. Visiting team Peregrinos as that pitch from Tanner Rule sails wide. He's on for his third inning of relief in the fifth inning. Eli Melvin leading off in the top of the fifth inning for his Peregrinos. Outfielder Melvin batting from the left side against Tanner Rule. Ball slapped to left field, and that's going to slice and curve foul. It's 330 feet down each of the lines, left to right, 400 feet to center field. Power alleys, left center and right center, are 370 in the gaps. Pitch stays wide. Again, this is a Wooden Bat Showcase Summer League. Lots of games to broadcast and to see and watch. Follow along, even if it's not your team playing. Please like and subscribe. Stream Live Tampa as comes up empty, does Melvin. 2 strikes now to the batter, Eli Melvin. Don't forget, it's Father's Day this Sunday, so please give a card, write a note, send something to Dad. Swings and misses, gets by the catcher. Catcher picks it up and lollipops it to first and is safe to... So now a runner on first with Melvin. The catcher, Baez, got to the ball quickly, but didn't make a strong throw to get out the speedy Melvin. So good job by Rule to strike out Melvin, but reaching first base nonetheless. Again, this is a teaching moment and a good showcase opportunity for the players to work on the good with the bad, take in some good correction. Correction is good for everybody, and especially these young baseball players as they're trying to make a name for themselves as they undertake the good and the bad. And there's a good bunt attempt, but foul. Gotay was all over that one at third base. So the batter, number 27, Manuel Leos, bats with a runner on first base, tried to move along Melvin with the bunt attempt, but to no avail. That was foul. Let's see what he does here with his next pitch. Here comes Rule. Runner goes. Catcher throws down. Not in time to catch the speedy Melvin. Melvin with the stolen base. So both of these teams are showcasing good base running, a lot of speed on the bases for both of these teams. So it's good to see the athleticism of both of these teams. Speed never slumps. If you get them on, they will get them over. Checked his swing, but it hit him. So he's going to first base, does Leos. Runners on first and second now. Tanner Rule on the mound for his third inning of work. Showing a little bit of unsettling emotion. He did strike out Melvin, but he reached on the pass ball. That's foul. Again, Gotay was all over it, the third baseman for the Pelicanos. Gotay in the house. Any relation to Ruben Gotay? Question mark, if you're listening. So here's Rule. Ball's hit by Christ to the shortstop. Throws a second for one, and that's all they'll get. So good job by Rule to get John Christ, the center fielder for the Peregrinos, to ground out to the shortstop. Good job by Martinez to field that one and toss it to the second baseman to get that out at second base. So one out, runners on first and third now. In steps Jonathan Taylor Brooks, the first baseman. Yeah, Ruben Gotay played in the major leagues. So, good job of hit and run. He gets by the second baseman. One run will score as that ball goes into center field as he gets picked up by the center fielder. So back to first and third. One run does score on the base hit by Brooks. So they push the envelope. Christ was in motion, and that ball was hit by Brooks into center field. That ball just got by the second baseman of the Pelicanos. And one run does score, so they're back in a good position to score some more. First and third. Runners at the corners. In steps Bryant O'Neill, the designated hitter. O'Neill already has a RBI base hit to his ledger for the Peregrinos, who now have the lead 5-1. In the top of the fifth inning, here in the first game. Once again, this is a 7-inning game or 2.5-hour time limit. It looks like Rule is, good job hitting that corner. I was going to say, looks like Rule is hitting a wall here. But the Peregrinos did a good job of putting that runner in motion, or else the second baseman, Cairo, would have fielded that one no problem. But he was covering the bag and was out of position. That's why you push the envelope. Runner on third base is taking a big lead. Foul ball. The runner was in motion there. Brooks was looking to swipe second base. But O'Neill said, I'm swinging at it anyway. So thank you for joining us once again. This is a live broadcast by Stream Live Tampa. All games here in Rincon, Puerto Rico during the 2024 PRIBL Collegiate Summer Baseball League will be broadcasted. Annual showcase of the athletes here. Tanner Rule on the mound. So, good job of base running, pushing the envelope. Another run scores. Brooks ran, and the Pelicanos could not make the play as they cut the ball off. Martinez cut the ball off at shortstop to throw to the catcher, but didn't get there in time as John Christ scores. Christ, a speedy outfielder for the Peregrinos. Watch him in this tournament. He's going to be a force on the bases, so they got to, if he gets on, he's going to cause havoc for any team they play. So a runner on third base. The ball gets to the backstop. No advancement, though, as a concrete backstop kicks it back to the catcher, Baez. O'Neill still batting with the runner on third base to cash in that runner on from third base. One out. Let's see what Tanner Rule can do. Pelicanos down and look in trouble with a runner on third base. And O'Neill at the plate. Gets away from the catcher, and here comes the runner. He's going to score another run. 7-1. 7-1. So now with nobody on base, runners both scored. So the situation is getting dire here with O'Neill at the plate as he pops that one up. In the infield, first baseman calls for it and catches it. 2 outs now. Torres, the first baseman for the Pelicanos, calls everybody off and gets the pop-up. So good job by Rule to get the pop-out by O'Neill. Brian O'Neill is now retired. In steps number 52, outfielder Luca Morales. Morales for the Peregrinos bats with 2 outs in the 5th inning, with his team up 7-1. 7-1 is the score. Scoring 2 runs this inning. That hits him. So Morales was batting, and he got plunked on the elbow, and I think that does it for Rule. Time is out, and we'll see who the new pitcher is in a moment. That does it for Tanner Rule. He exits with 2 outs and his team down 7-1 in the 5th inning. We'll be back. we're back here live, Stream Live Tampa. A new pitcher on the mound has to deal with a runner on first base. It's a new pitcher on the mound for the Pelicanos, Valentin Jaquez, the fourth. Squirts past the catcher. Rivera now batting for his Peregrinos. New pitcher on the mound, Valentin Jaquez. The fourth. May the fourth be with you. Ball's popped up to the right side, foul territory. It might have room, and does. The first baseman corrals it. Good job for the first baseman. Nice job of fielding that one. That was Mr. Torres. Torres for the Pelicanos gets the third out. Good job by the new pitcher, Valentin Jaquez the fourth. That does it for the Peregrinos. Now the Pelicanos coming to bat in the fifth inning, and we'll be back momentarily. Stream Live Tampa doing this broadcast. Hope you're enjoying it. Welcome if you're just joining us. All right, we're back here. Figueroa on the mound for his fifth inning of work. So it's the bottom of the fifth inning. The Pelicanos batting. Down by 6 runs. 7-1 is the score. Nobody out here. Comes up empty on the swing and a miss. Pelicanos need to score and get some runners on. Don't forget, as we mentioned, it is Father's Day this weekend, so make sure you get your fathers something. Javier Caro, the batter. Caro, the second baseman, batting ninth for the Pelicanos. Comes up empty. Caro might have the dirtiest uniform. He's been diving all over the place at second base. Takes that one down low. Actually, now that I look at the field, the first baseman for the Peregrinos also has a dirty uniform, so he's going to have to wash that thing Jonathan Taylor Brooks for the Peregrinos. Good job of getting dirty and getting after it. Ball's fouled back and hits one of the bleachers back there. So a well-attended game. A lot of players in the audience. If you're out there in somewhere in Puerto Rico, in Rinco especially, please come out and watch this game. A lot of baseball. There's plenty of shade in the bleachers to stay covered. Take it for a strike 3. So 1 out. Figueroa gets another strikeout to his ledger. Caro goes down on strikes. And now the first batter, leadoff hitter, Broughton, steps in. Center fielder for the Pelicanos, the home team, leadoff hitter. Roman takes that one inside. Check that. Ortega is batting. Check that. Ortega is batting. Right now, Ortega is batting. Yep. Number 18, Eden Ortega for the Pelicanos. Bats with 1 out. Swings and misses. There's 1 out. Swings and misses. Strike 3, Ortega goes down. 2 outs now. Ortega goes down on strikes. 2 outs now in the 5th inning, bottom of the 5th inning. And now time is taken. There's 2 outs. Number 5 is batting for the Pelicanos with 2 outs. 2 outs here in the 5th inning. Broughton, the center fielder, my fault. Skies that one way back. It's going. It's out of here. Wow. That's a big power shot home run to left center field. Take that one downtown. Brought his boomstick to Puerto Rico. Wow. Roman Broughton just goes yard to left center field. Power alley, 375 easy. To left center field, the leadoff hitter for the Pelicanos hits a home run. Take that one and show it off. Wow. Home run for Broughton with 2 outs. Pelicanos score on the home run by Roman Broughton. Wow. That one was impressive. Again, these are all wooden bats. This is a wooden bat league showcase. So all the hitters are swinging with wood. So he did not get cheated, and that was not a cheap one by Roman Broughton. So put a star by his name Roman Broughton with the home run. Swing and tipped into the catcher's mitt. Wow. So if you're just joining us, aggressive base running by both teams, mostly by the Peregrinos to bring their tally to 7-2. Also, if you're just joining us, Roman Broughton brought his boomstick to Puerto Rico, put a star by his name, hit a home run to left center field against Figueroa. Figueroa on the mound for his 5th inning of work. There's action in the bullpen, though. So this might be his last batter with 2 outs. If someone reaches, they might go to the bullpen. Well, there's the walk to Cesar Aguirre. Aguirre walks, and this might be it for Figueroa. We'll find out when we come back in a moment. Cesar Aguirre just walked for the Pelicanos, and now stepping in Martinez. Martinez, the shortstop for the Pelicanos. So Figueroa's going to stay out there. And Eddie Martinez is going to bat. So thank you for bearing with us and just staying with us. I'm trying my best. We're trying our best to get this game broadcast to you live. There's a lot of moving parts. We're almost fully set up. So here's the first pitch. Good pitch. Eddie Martinez, the batter, with a runner on first base. Cesar just walked. Takes his lead. Just outside, doesn't get the call. Eddie Martinez has been impressive with his glove. Let's see if he can keep this inning alive in the 5th inning. Figueroa checks on the runner at first. Shortstop Martinez, the batter, comes up empty. Good pitch again by Figueroa. In the dirt, swing and a miss, tagged him out, and Figueroa just finished 5 full innings of work in his outing. Great job by Figueroa to get through the 5 full innings. Great job by Figueroa. William Figueroa, number 25, did a great job to get through his 5 innings, and that does it for the Pelicanos. Peregrinos coming to bat with the lead, and we'll be back momentarily. Once again, this is a live broadcast. Stream Live Tampa is doing the broadcast. See you in a minute. All right, well, we're back here live. Thank you so much for joining us and being a part of this broadcast. Yep, so Matos, the batter for the Peregrinos, on for another inning of relief on the mound, Valentin Jaquez the fourth. Top of the sixth inning. Once again, Erickson Matos, the shortstop, takes a strike. Jaquez comes set with the 1-1 count. Off-speed delivery taken outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Live here in Rinco, Puerto Rico, the friendly confines. Skips in low. Takes his walk. Matos is not the guy you want to walk. He's another one of those aggressive base runners. So Erickson Matos, the shortstop for the Peregrinos, walks. Valentin Jaquez the fourth walks him. In steps Juan Arenas. Arenas, the catcher, is nowhere to be found. Strike 1. Strike 2. So a little bit of a cluster bomb on the field right now. Okay, so we're back here live again. New batter for the Peregrinos. Number 24. Checks on the runner. Swings and misses. Stolen base by Erickson Matos. Oh, well, he got one pitch and he struck out. There's one out. That's unfortunate. Just outside, taken for a ball. So 1 out for the Peregrinos. Runner on second base is Matos. Hammers that one foul, out of play. Griffin White, the batter. Griffin White, the batter. Griffin White, the batter for the Peregrinos. Hits that to the shortstop coming in. Can't hold on to it. Oh, and we got hung up. The umpire did a tumble fall as well. The shortstop did a good job charging it, but couldn't hold on to that hot potato. So White is on at first now. First and third are the runners. 2 runners on, Matos and White. Griffin White put that one in play. Grounded it to the shortstop, but couldn't handle it. So Valentin Jaquez has runners on first and third with one out. Kicks, fires, and that ball spiked in the dirt. Catcher couldn't do anything with that one. That is a wild pitch. He scores. So brings the tally to 8-2 now. 8-2 is the score. Runner on third. Matos scored on the wild pitch and is scampering to second base. Griffin White. Takes that one downstairs. Leos, the batter in this inning, number 27, Manuel Leos for the Peregrinos. Looming on deck is number 1, John Christ. Christ has been all over this game with his speed. This Peregrinos team is going to be a force to be reckoned with in this Wood Bat Showcase Tournament League play here in Rincon, Puerto Rico. Each game matters, each pitch matters, each at-bat matters. Don't give away your at-bats and take one pitch at a time. It's hard to control things you can't control. As a baseball player, you have to learn how to deal with the good and the bad. And right now, the Pelicanos are going through it. With the runner on second base, one out. Good pitch by Jaquez. Just keep throwing strikes. Good things will happen. Jaquez comes set. Leos takes it down low for ball 4. Still one out. Runners now on first and second. Here he comes now, the leadoff hitter, John Christ. Christ, the batter, as we mentioned, has been all over this game in the box score with his legs, getting on base any way he can, causing havoc for any team that he plays against. Squares to bunt. Takes that one outside. Gotay, the third baseman playing back, wanted to test him and tried to bunt, but pulled it back for a ball. So here he is once again. Tries again. Taken for a strike. So he squared again to try to move his runners along, and he's trying to bunt for a hit. Gotay is still staying even with the bag. He's not budging. 1-1's the count. Good pitch. Strike 2. Chris takes that one. Good pitch by Valentin Jaquez. This is the first game of the 2 games today. It's a 7-inning game or a 2.5-hour time limit game. Taken outside by Chris, the leadoff hitter for the Peregrinos. Yeah, if you're asking about the Aaron's strikeout, I guess he wasn't ready, and they kept playing without him. So, very awkward situation there with that strikeout, but that's how they got Aaron's to strike out. Unfortunate. So right now, Chris, the batter, with runners now on second and third. Yes, good pitch by Jaquez. 2 outs now. 2 outs now for the Pelicanos. Peregrinos batting with 2 outs, runners on second and third. Brooks, the batter. Jonathan Taylor Brooks, number 66, with his pink and blue bat. Maybe that's one way to honor his father on Father's Day, possibly, with the blue bat. And his mother at the same time. On Mother's Day, Major League Baseball plays with pink apparel. And on Father's Day, MLB, Major League Baseball plays with a lot of blue apparel. So he's splitting it down the middle, half and half. Jonathan Taylor Brooks for the Peregrinos. Bats with runners on second and third. Ball's taken wide. New catcher in, number 99 for the Pelicanos. Donald Tobert. Tobert behind the plate. Brooks takes that one down low. It's a big at-bat in the game. Let's see what Jaquez can come up with as he comes, sets, kicks, fires. Takes a strike, that's right. Stay right there, young man. Good pitch by Jaquez. And there's ball four. Just missed. So can't get out of it. Still batting now. Bases are loaded, and the head coach is coming out to talk to his pitcher, Jaquez. Head coach of the Pelicanos, Francisco Villegas, comes to talk to his pitcher, and we'll see what they come up with. Well, we're back. Bases are still loaded, and Valentin Jaquez is still pitching. In steps number 7, Brian O'Neill from the left side. Brian O'Neill has hit the ball hard on a couple occasions. Has an RBI base hit to his ledger. Looking to break this game wide open if he can put this one over the heads of the drawn-in right fielder. That ball might have hit him, but he got out of the way. I'm not going to lie, the right fielder is a little shallow. Let's see what O'Neill can do with the bases loaded. Peregrinos already up big. Let's see if, yeah, that's what he was swinging for. But O'Neill comes up empty. Good job by Jaquez to fool him with the off speed. Here's the pitch from Jaquez. Bases loaded. Squirts underneath. That is a passed ball. So 1 run does score. That is Griffin White. Gryffindor. Maybe he's a fan of Harry Potter, I don't know, but Griffin White scores on the pass ball. Runners on second and third. Just outside, taken for a ball. Brian O'Neill, the batter. Runners on second and third, 2 outs. Big pitch in the at-bat right here. Let's see if Jaquez can win the battle. Good pitch, but O'Neill lays off. Here's the 2-2. 2 outs, second and third. My fault. Now the bases are loaded. Head coach Francisco Villegas coming out again. I think he's going to take the ball this time from Jaquez. Bases loaded once again, full of Peregrinos. We'll see what happens next, and we'll talk about the new pitcher coming back momentarily. All right, so we have a new pitcher on the mound for the Pelicanos, number 17, Steven Rodriguez. Steven Rodriguez, the new pitcher. Tough situation to be if you're Steven Rodriguez for the Pelicanos. Bases are loaded, full of Peregrinos, and he's got to deal with them. But there's 2 outs, so let's see if Steven can wiggle his way out of this. Rodriguez is 18 years old, coming in a tough situation. Let's see if he can handle it. As he gets his warm-up pitches. Number 13 for the Peregrinos is going to be batting with the bases loaded. Robert Woods bats with the bases loaded. So let's see what Woods can do with the bases loaded against the new pitcher, Rodriguez. Yeah, okay, let's get ready for Rodriguez's first pitch as he comes set with the bases loaded. Comes up empty. Good pitch by Rodriguez to get one by, the first one by the batter. Robert Woods batting with the bases loaded. Comes up empty again. So Rodriguez comes in, throws 2 pitches, and gets ahead with the bases loaded against him. Infield is very even everywhere with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Tries the corner and misses. So once again, do want to thank everybody helping out with this broadcast and helping out throughout this ballpark and helping everything get settled in, as this is game number 1, day number 1. Good block by the catcher to keep that one in front. I mean, if you're going to be number 99, you got to be good. And Tobar does a good job. I mean, number 99, Aaron Judge for the Yankees. So I'm sure there's a lot of Yankee fans out there and fans of Aaron Judge especially. Do want to thank everybody that's a part of the PRIBL. Carlos Nunez, president, and his staff have done a great job of organizing everything. Ball's fouled off as the runners were on the move. 2 outs and a full count. They get an early break. I'm sure during this week we'll bring in President Carlos Nunez to talk to him and see what the future holds for the PRIBL and everything that it comes with it. Another one fouled away, and it's going to stay away. And we'll do it again. So runners go back to your bases. The merry-go-round will continue. Steven Rodriguez. On the mound for the Pelicanos. Here's the pitch. That's popped up foul, and it's going to get out of play off the netting and screen. Foul ball, and we'll do it again. Robert Woods is fighting the good fight and battling the big battle against Rodriguez. So the runners will start again. 2 outs, full count. Here's the pitch. And would you believe it? It's fouled again. It's like Groundhog Day for baseball. I hope they bought a lot of baseballs because there's a lot of baseballs that have gone out of play. So again, with the bases loaded, runners will get their merry-go-round start, and that's popped up, and it's, dare I say, foul. It's foul again. So in comes another baseball. They're like grenades coming in. So Steven Rodriguez has been put in a tough situation. Bases loaded. Woods, the batter, he grounds it to third baseman, and he makes a play across, throwing across the diamond, and can't make the throw. First baseman has to come off, and a run's going to score. So another run scores. So Woods scores the runner from third on the base hit. Especially with the runners moving, there's no chance to get the ball and step on third. So the only play Gotay had was to throw to first, but he was off balance at best. And now the bases are still loaded. Steven Rodriguez gets the call, strike one. Number 8 is batting for the Peregrinos. Luke Seabaugh hits that one. Foul. Hit that one hard, but foul. So Seabaugh. $18-year-old for the Peregrinos. Bats with the bases loaded against Steven Rodriguez of the Pelicanos. Dancing down third. Another one hit in the air to the center fielder as he moves over and in. Settles under it, and that's the third out. Third out is made. A good job by the center fielder of the Pelicanos to circle in and under that. And a good job by Steven Rodriguez to get out of that, limiting the damage to only 1 run. So that does it for the Peregrinos. Pelicanos coming to bat, and we'll see you in a minute. All right, we're back here with a new pitcher, Malachi Lyon on the mound. Malachi Lyon in relief for William Figueroa. Figueroa threw the ball extremely well. So we're back here live. This is the last half inning. Once again, this is a 7-inning game or a 2.5-hour time limit, and this game started at 9:30. Malachi Lyon's first pitch. A ball to Gotay. Oh, yes. There's a base hit. That's going to make everyone happy. That ball was hammered into right field. So getting things started, Gotay for the Pelicanos, Martinez. Nope. Number 99 batting. Donald Tobar is batting. How about that? Gotay with the base hit, and he's on first base. Checks his swing, does not go. Takes that one for a strike. Donald Broughton. Francisco Gotay Jr. and family on fire for that hit. Tried to pick him off, but to no avail. All right, so I know you're listening out there, Gotay family. So what is Francisco's middle name? What is Francisco A. Gotay's middle name? The first to answer that gets $1. So Broughton the batter, batting from the right side. Good pitch, sizzles in from the new pitcher. Malachi Lyon, the pitcher for the Peregrinos. Aha. So $1 goes to Miss Dorian. And thank you for chiming in. Oh, I love that. Nicknames. Cito. Did I say that correctly? Did I pronounce that right? Cito? Well, Cito's on first base. Ball's hit, and he's going to get doubled up, I think. Yes, they doubled him up. That ball was hit on the screws right to the first baseman, turned around and slapped the tag on Cito, but nothing he could do. Nothing he could do. So, double play. Almost out of this one. New pitcher on the mound. Malachi Lyon gives up the base hit to Gotay. And Donald Tobar. Tobar hits into the double play. Nothing you can do. Hit the ball hard, did Donald. And now the batter for the Pelicanos with 2 outs. Once again, this is the last half inning. The game's going to be over after this half inning. We're playing a 7-inning game or a 2.5-hour time limit. Now, number 4 for the Pelicanos. Javier Cargo. Swings wildly. so back at it. Nobody on, 2 outs. And strike 2. Good job by the new pitcher. Malachi Lyon trying to get the 3rd out right here. And that's going to fall in for a base hit. Good job of hitting. Now batting number 22 for the Pelicanos. Oscar Sanchez stepping in to bat for the Pelicanos with 2 outs, runner on first base. Luis Figueroa, the batter, who is on first base with a base hit. So Figueroa was not the last out. So good job by Figueroa to slap that to right field. Good job of hitting by Figueroa, Luis Figueroa. And now steps in Oscar Sanchez. Let's see if Sanchez can get aboard to keep this game interesting. 2 outs nonetheless. Tough inning for the Pelicanos. Gotay reached with a hard base hit to right field, but got doubled up when Tober hit the line drive to first base, and first baseman slapped the tag on Gotay to get him out. The video is paused. Can you see that one? 2 outs, runner on first base. There goes the runner. Catcher's throwdown is not in time, so stolen base. Good job by the runner to steal the base. Figueroa steals second base. Figueroa got the base hit and stole second base. Now it's up to Oscar Sanchez, batting from the right side. There's 2 outs. Ball's taken inside, first and second. That ball's taken inside. Now there's first and second with 2 outs. 2 outs in the last half inning. There's 2 outs with the batter number 3 for the Pelicanos. Noah Torres Brooks, 18-year-old infielder, shortstop. So with runners on first and second, Brooks steps in. First pitch by Lyon. Coming up. Here it is. Yes. Fastball sizzles in. Strike number 1. So with 2 outs, runners on first and second. We've got a paused camera. But one of the cameras works, so that's good. Another strike, strike 2. So Lyon is settling in after walking. A batter giving up 2 hits in this inning, but one was erased on the double play. 2 outs, runners on first and second. 0-2 pitch taken outside. Ball number 1. One ball, 2 strikes. Runners on first and second. Noah Torres Brooks batting from the right side. He's on the plate, right over the plate. Yep, now strike 3. That does it. And the game is over. Final score, 10-2. 10-2. The Peregrinos are victorious in the first game. The second game will be coming up shortly. Hopefully we'll be broadcasting after our siesta and lunch. We'll see you back momentarily. That does it for the Peregrinos and the Pelicanos. Up next is the Conquistadores and the Taínos. Coming up next. I'll see you later. Game number 2 coming back.